What is up, everybody? I am Bulletproof Brad, and today I'm going to be reacting to the brand new Battlefield 6 official PC trailer. It's probably going to have some new stuff in it, I would imagine, than we've seen before. It just came out today, a few hours ago, so this is my fresh reaction. I have not seen it yet, and I'm excited to see what kind of new stuff we might see. I think I'm going to run through it first and just kind of let it play, and then maybe we go back and maybe pause it a few times and see what we can see, all right? So if you guys haven't seen it yet, enjoy it with me here, and if you like this kind of content, make sure you let me know by dropping a like and maybe dropping a comment about what you would like to see me react to next. All right, without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Here we go. Ooh, imagine getting chopped up by chopper blades. "4K graphics and uncapped frame rate." All right. Ooh, some nice jet gameplay. New map. Ooh, throwing knives. Ah, I like it. Sledgehammer. The anti-cheat. Good. Ooh. Ultra wide monitor support. Sweet for you people. 600 customization options. You love it. DLSS, FSR, upscaling. Campaign. I'm really looking forward to the campaign. Of course, multiplayer. This portal mode is going to be sick too. What? The ladders? Woo! Man! Battlefield 6, October cannot come soon enough. Okay, let's pause it. Let's go back. Let's pause right here, okay? First of all, great trailer. We saw definitely some new stuff in here. We saw some new maps, new guns, new gadgets. Looks good. We got some info about customization and graphic support, things like that. Now, this is, like I said, specifically for PC. So I play on PC. Maybe you do too. If you play on console, maybe they're going to do a trailer for consoles specifically. If you want to see that, make sure you hit subscribe because I'll react to that as well. I don't play on console, but I'd love to see what they got for all the console. There's millions of console players out there, obviously, so we got to have them represented. But this is today specifically about PC. So let's go through a second time here. The trailer's only about a minute and a half, minute 41. And let's maybe see what we can see and dive a little bit deeper. I wouldn't say we're going to do a deep dive right now, but let's see if we can spot a few things because this went pretty quick. I'm going to turn it down just a little. Okay, so off the rip, nothing new, I don't think, really. Pack chopper. So this appears to be a new map. Yeah, this is not one we've played before. This looks like pyramids in the background. We're talking Egypt, obviously. Must be Cairo. This is not the map Siege of Cairo, so this must be another, maybe Cairo or another Egyptian city. I'm not sure what city is right beside the pyramids. Maybe it is Cairo. I'm sorry, my geography is probably not as good as yours. But if it is Cairo, that's right beside the pyramids. I think it is. This must be another Cairo-based map. Let's keep moving. Okay, I was thinking that might have been a new tank, but I don't think it is. I think that's... Oh, I went back too far. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 sec. There we go. So that looks like the same tank that we had in the beta. Obviously a different camo. So showing off some of the vehicle camos there that you'll be able to unlock through, I'm sure, battle passes, maybe challenges, stuff like that. He's using C4 to blow it up. Nice. So 4K graphics, so be able to play in 4K, I would expect that. And uncapped frame rate. Again, this is not new, I don't think. These are things that we would expect to see in most modern PC games. The ability to play at 4K. Maybe they mean like 4K textures. I guess I would hope so. And uncapped frame rate, that's a pretty standard feature in most games. So nothing new there. Obviously, you'll need a good graphics card and a good PC to be able to play at 4K at high frame rates. I have a pretty good PC. I'm able to play at maximum settings. I've got a 5080 graphics card and a 5600 X3D, 5600 X3D processor, AMD, and 32 gigs of RAM and all that kind of stuff. So I've got a pretty beastly PC. It's pretty solid. It's not top of the line, but it's pretty close. I don't play at 4K though. I play at 1440p, which is kind of in between 1080p and 4K, which is I think a real sweet spot for PC gaming. Let's continue. Nice jet flying. Driving the Jeep, mowing them down. Ooh, okay, let's go back for a sec. Throwing knives. I love throwing knives. I used to play, if you've watched some of my older videos on Call of Duty, some of my very first videos, in fact, that is mainly my first videos. If you go back on my channel and look at some of my very first posts, I got my name from that, Bulletproof Brad, because I used to play COD with a shield and throwing knives a lot. That was kind of like one of my preferred styles of play. Of course, I played with all the guns and everything, but that was kind of a fun combo for me, was the shield and throwing knife combo in Modern Warfare. So that's kind of where my name came from. So I'm a little bit partial to throwing knives. So let's take a look at that again. Nice. It looked like an instant kill. Let's actually slow that down just a little bit. Let's go playback speed, quarter speed. Excuse the audio here. I'll turn it down a bit. Throwing knife comes out. Hits him. It doesn't quite show if he falls over from one hit. I wonder if that's on purpose. Maybe they're tweaking that right now. Maybe the throwing knife is a weapon in the beta and the Battlefield Labs. Maybe they're testing to see if it should be a one hit or two hit, what feels right. I kind of hope it's a one hit kill. That might be too much though. I don't know. Let's continue on. Turn it back up a bit. The sledgehammer, that's going to be cool. This right here, the text though, the sledgehammer is obviously very cool. It's a very cool cinematic shot right here. But protected by Javelin anti-cheat. This is really, I hope it's really good. And I think traditionally Battlefield's anti-cheat has been pretty solid, although not perfect. Obviously, it's pretty much impossible these days to create a perfect anti-cheat. Obviously, hackers are always going to try to find a way to break the system and get by the anti-cheat, and they always do, and so they build a better anti-cheat, and it's just like an arms race, right? But coming from Call of Duty, like I've played many Call of Duties and many Battlefields for that matter, this is a huge problem right now in the COD community. If you're not a Call of Duty player, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but it's a real issue with the COD community right now is the cheating that's going on. They get really criticized for their ricochet anti-cheat and how it doesn't seem to pick up and ban enough cheaters. So I'm hoping that this Javelin anti-cheat is really good. They are advertising it here, which is maybe a good sign that they have some confidence in it. I hope so. Because nobody likes to play with cheaters. And like as a PC player, all the cheaters out there are, I'll admit, mostly on PC. Not all of them. There are cheats, believe it or not, for console. There are console cheaters. But obviously most of them are on PC, and it gives us a bad name, guys. So if you've ever cheated or you consider cheating, stop, man. You're just giving us a bad name. You ruin the game for everyone else. I mean, and yourself. I mean, if you're cheating, what are you really doing? You're just ruining people's good time. You're not proving anything by cheating. In fact, you're proving that you're probably bad at the game and you can't play legit. So get good. Right? Get good, play legit, and don't cheat. All right, guys? So hopefully this Javelin takes care of those people that still do cheat. right? I know in the beta, they picked up a lot of cheaters and banned a lot of people. So people were even trying to cheat in a 1 or 2 weekend beta. So they're definitely going to try to cheat in the full game. Another new map. And they're showing ultra-wide monitor support here, which is great if you've got the kind of money to buy an ultra-wide monitor. I just have a regular widescreen monitor. But cool for the people that have ultra-wides. I'm sure it looks very cool, very cinematic. This number kind of blew me away. 600 plus customization options on PC. Now, does that include like customization in terms of like, are they counting keyboard and mouse buttons, like being able to bind your keys to certain actions? Do those count as customization options? I guess they do. And all the audio and graphics settings. I suppose when you total all the little settings that you can change and toggle, they must total up to over 600, which is a good thing. I think giving players and people choice when they're, playing their game and how they want it to perform and play and behave. Always good to give people more options. 600 plus is a lot, but I'm sure if you kind of break it down into category by category, it's probably not as overwhelming as it sounds. I'm looking forward to kind of diving into some of the settings that they're going to have and seeing what all can we do. One of the things I'm curious about is how much HUD customization options will we have. We'll be able to move the mini map. Will we be able to change where things are on the screen in terms of their size or transparency? I think there's already some of that in the beta. You could certainly tweak your crosshair color and things like that. So some of these settings are already there. Some of them are maybe being added or tweaked. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that looked like a guided, not an RPG, and I don't think an anti-air lock-on, but this is some kind of guided missile launcher. Because look, it seems to curve when he shoots it, so that's interesting. And they're showing here this supports Intel XeSS2. They're talking about DLS and FSSR. What these are, if you don't know, they're just upscalers. So you can run your game. It renders it at a lower resolution, which makes the picture kind of smaller, but then stretches it out to your screen, but it upscales it to keep it sharp and looking good. So it's just a way to increase your FPS without sacrificing too much visual quality, right? If you're not sure what those are, they're just called upscalers. Global scale campaign. So they're talking about the PC campaign, the single player mode for the game. Global scale, so you'll be playing in cities all over the world, which is cool. We already know we have maps in Cairo and Empire State. There's some maps I think in California as well, so we'll be playing in the US, which is cool. I'm Canadian myself, but I mean, I've been to America lots. I've been to California, I've been to New York, I've been around the United States quite a bit. And it'll be interesting to have some maps kind of like on home turf, sort of, for a lot of my viewers for sure, and for a place that I visited. And I love the US. I think it's a great country. It's, there's some political issues going on between our governments right now in terms of tariffs and all that kind of stuff. But overall, I think US and Canada are pretty tight, and I hope that we can keep that relationship strong, because I think we certainly make better partners, and we're better together than we are apart. Talking about multiplayer. Now this is cool. They've already released the multiplayer trailer. We've had the beta, so we know quite a bit about multiplayer. We don't know too much about this Portal, right? It says redraw the lines of battle. So Portal, as far as I understand it, is going to be like obviously what you can see here. It's like a mode where you're going to be able to create custom maps and custom game modes with, I think, a lot of control in terms of rules of the game, how you score points, what kind of vehicles or what you can do in this particular mode. So a chance for the community to really get creative, create a lot of like cool, unique game modes and gameplay experiences that they can then share with the community. And I'm sure we're going to see a lot of really popular ones come up that people will love to play. I'll certainly be trying these out and making videos about some of these crazy and interesting game modes. I'm sure there's going to be some really cool ones, really crazy ones. So if you want to see some of that, make sure you hit subscribe so that you don't miss that kind of stuff. But I'm really interested to see what the community comes up with in Portal, because I think there's a lot of creative people out there, and I can't wait to see, you know, what they come up with. So that kind of looked like zombies. Like waves of enemies kind of coming at you, it kind of looks like here. So it might be some sort of like MOBA style or zombie style game modes. Could be cool. I mean, the possibilities are like endless with this Portal, I think. Like, again, everybody's a jet instead of a player, maybe. This is weird. One tower and all these planes flying around. I don't know. There could be some questionable comments you could make about that, but looks like wild. Like the creativity is going to be off the charts, I'm sure. Again, so like these guys, so what is this mode? These guys all have rocket launchers. There's all these jets flying around, so they have to, like, maybe it's like last jet standing. You have to try to fly around. Maybe you get points for flying close to the tower, but then you also run the risk of some of these rocket launcher guys in the middle shooting you down. Man, there's going to be so many crazy things people come up with. Some more cinematic stuff. I want to go back there for a second. It's almost over, but this looks cool. The ladder mechanic. I guess it's probably going to be like engineers or whatever that are probably going to be able to throw these down so that you can get up to like second floor windows where people might be kind of camping from or sniping from or something like that. Or just to, you know, instead of approaching on ground level towards a flag or a capture point, being able to approach from kind of an unexpected place, like a second story or maybe third story even window. Pretty cool. I like that. It adds for some in-game creativity and some strategic thinking and planning with your squad. Very cool. Boom, 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 boom. Battlefield 6, baby. October 10th. I'm hyped. I hope you're hyped too. Let's see what was on here at the very end. Looks like maybe some pre-order stuff. Yeah, just showing some pre-order stuff. Yeah. So the Phantom Edition. Very cool. I am hyped. The trailer's great. Good that they're maybe showing some specific things for PC gamers like me. Maybe you're a PC gamer too. Let me know in the comments if you're a PC gamer, what you thought of this. If you're a console gamer, are you hoping that they release a trailer for this? What kind of stuff would you like to see on console? I know things like having crossplay, being able to be enabled or disabled is big for console players because some of that cheating stuff I mentioned, but also I would like to see that as well for PC players because sometimes I don't love playing with console players. I know coming from COD that aim assist can be controversial, right? People playing on controllers sometimes have, and certainly in Call of Duty, have a lot of aim assist. In Battlefield, I don't know that it was as much as it is in Call of Duty, not as much assist. So I like playing against people that are using the same equipment as me, keyboard and mouse, because I feel like it's a more fair battleground. You can measure your skill against people more fairly. And, you know, I'm sure console players and controller players feel the same. They probably want to play more against controller people, just like mouse and keyboard people would prefer to play against mouse and keyboard people. So maybe having something like a disable crossplay for both platforms would be a good idea. I don't know. Let me know what you like to see. They talked about a lot of customization options. What did they leave out? What would you like to see in maybe the next trailer or when the game launches? What would you not like to see? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit like if you like this reaction video. If you want to see me do more reactions to Battlefield 6 kind of videos, I've been doing a few already. You can check those out on my channel. Make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming stuff. And YouTube, I don't know if you know, just launched this hype feature recently, which should be down below, I believe, somewhere near the like button. And you can hype videos, which is really cool for small creators like me, because the smaller you are and the less subscribers you have, the more that one click of the hype button does for me and for the video, in terms of helping out with the algorithm and things like that. So I think everybody gets 3 hypes per week or per day or something like that. So if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a hype, drop a comment about what you'd like to see. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I am Bulletproof Brad. Thank you for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me and watch this trailer. Appreciate your viewership so much. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and stay frosty, guys. Peace.